There's nothing for it now but to press on, come what may. Learn what can be taught, that you may stand just a little taller at the end.
I've upgraded stand fast, nice. Let's upgrade absinthe now, I think. Yeah, absinthe. So, we have to prepare for this confession boss now. We have to do a lot of preparing. First of all, you want to give apples and cheese to the man-at-arms, no other food. Because of the plus 5% debuff resistance that they give. You want debuff resistance for this boss. So if you find also the stained item from cultists that increase the debuff resistance, use it. It's very, very good versus this boss. I didn't find it. Next we wanna boost his death blow resistance and give him the 5 herbs for 100% extra healing. Then we're going to give him the speed poultices. Let's give the other. You don't really need food for the rest. You will see why. But speed is very important for the man-at-arms. Give him those speed poultices and those herbs that I gave him. More speed. And we want the horn. We want these now that increase the death blow resistance. And healing, I suppose. Or maybe... No, not that much healing. Could give the blood actually. Don't need this. Alright. Let's see what else we can buy. That will help us. This is very good, plus 10% critical. Let's see if we can equip it somewhere. I'm gonna give it to the Hellion instead of this trinket. Yeah. Here there's nothing else to buy that will help us. Maybe the whiskey barrel. How are we doing on negative quirks? What do we have? Only coward is really bad. But it's also irrelevant, to be honest. Let's grab this to boost the relationships. Oh, whoops. I bought this by mistake. Let's give them speed as well. And one whiskey barrel. Let's do this. We will definitely have one negative at least.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
There it is, the negative.
Each covets what the other has, and plots to take it.
At last, the great ziggurat, temple of failure and regret.
Okay, the game wants me to use blinding gas now, which is really bad. And I need all this. I definitely need Noxious Blast. I guess I could skip Plague Grenade. I need the rest, especially Magnesium Rain. And instead of Bellow, we get Stand Fast. The rest are fine. Okay, 2 cultist battles, people. And then it is the boss. The mysterious boss that everyone is terrified about, and for good reason. It's really hard to figure out what to do and how to do it. Took me 7 attempts. You have to play for 3 hours to reach it, and you have only one chance at it to figure it out. So yeah, it took me 7 attempts. You do the math. 3 hours per run. That's 21 hours spent on a single boss. And I still believe that I was quick in figuring it out, really.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
Let's see, we would like to kill this guy before he puts stress, especially on the mana terms. I don't want my mana terms to be stressed.
Well done. All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Cardinal. Hopefully he won't attack my mana turns. We need to keep the stress low on him. Actually, it doesn't matter that much because he's gonna get stressed in the fight anyway. I mean, I'm gonna reach a meltdown for sure. That's how the fight works. But the lower stress I start with, the better, I think.
A simple kindness. slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Damn it. It rolled a 25%.
Excellent work. Stupendous. Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Okay, third confession, boss. It's time for spoilers. I'm gonna explain what happens. We killed the brain, the change on the brain, we killed the lungs, now we're going to kill the eye. It's an eye boss next. The fight consists of two phases. In the first, the way you treat the first phase determines how the second phase will work for you. So the first phase must be done properly. Otherwise, you're gonna die on phase 2. There is no question about it. How do you do first phase properly? Well, there's a lot to that. I will explain it when we reach it. But for now, actually, let me double check my combat items here. Yeah, they're fine. What we want to do is we want to bring the man-at-arms to the 4th position for now. We're going to start the fight like this. The man-at-arms will be at the very back of the retinue here. And here it is.
The Nightmare Gate is revealed. Beyond, only infernal nihility and non-existence.
And non-existence. So, the eye boss. Why is it so dreadful? It's because of these eyes in the first part of the fight, where nothing explains to you what you must do. If you kill them, they respawn. And they progressively gain power, and once all 4 gain the power, they will summon the eye boss. Now, how do they gain power? They fixate on your party members, on your heroes. The first eye in the first spot will always fixate the first spot. The second eye will always fixate the second spot. The third eye, the third spot, and the fourth eye, the fourth spot. When the big boss spawns, the big eyeball, it's going to do mega damage to any hero that is affected by the fixate. So all you want to do in the first phase is to have all 4 eyes fixate on your man-at-arms, who is the tank, who is the soaker of damage. If you let the eyes fixate on the other ones, the boss will attack them for mega damage and will kill them really quickly. So you want all the fixates on the man-at-arms so that he can tank the damage, while the rest of the team heals him and kills the eye. That's why we started in the 4th position, because the 4th eye is always hard to kill. because only a handful of characters can do damage to the 4th position. This is not true for the comp that I have right now. It's this comp can kill the 4th position easily, but you might have a different comp than me. So I found that it works better if the man at arms starts at the 4th and tanks and gets fixated from the 4th eye. Now we also gave him speed buffs so that we can guard whoever is next target for the fixate. And if we guard that person, we absorb the fixate on the man at arms. So let's check here. We can see that the 3rd eye will act first. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna guard the plague doctor so that we can get this eye's fixate on the man at arms. Now with the rest, you don't really want to kill all the eyes. You only want to kill the eyes that are going to fixate on a non-man at arms hero. So we're killing position 1 and position 2 now. Let's try. They have dodge chance as well, as you can see, so it can be a little bit tricky to kill them. There is the guard, and we absorb. Here we got the token. The 4th eye went for the man at arms. So we have 2 tokens on the man at arms now. We're gonna leave those eyes to evolve now. There's no reason to attack them anymore. We'll just let them evolve, and once, like I said, once all 4 eyes are evolved, the boss will come. So with the plague doctor, we're gonna blight this eye now, and it dodged. Now this eye is gonna fixate on the grave robber. We still want, and the Hellion, sorry, it was the first one. We still want to kill it, of course. Okay, round 2. Like we said, 3rd and 4th are fine. So we now move the man at arms to the 2nd position to absorb this eye's fixate, while we kill the front eye so that it respawns, and then we're gonna guard the Hellion, and this way we will have all 4 fixates on the man at arms. The plague doctor can chill. There's nothing. You don't have to worry about stress on anyone except for your tank. The man at arms is gonna reach meltdown for sure in first phase, because I don't have anything to reduce stress now. But it doesn't matter, you can heal him up easily. The eyes won't kill the tank, even though they do damage. When they evolve, they do more damage. Let's just magnesium rain to remove some dodges. It doesn't matter really, doesn't matter. I just did it so that I won't get stressed. There's the 3rd fixate, and as you can see, it evolved.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
With the Hellion, we can pass now.
Trampled, trapped, held captive by fear.
And this is probably meltdown for the man at arms, or it will be soon. The grave robber can use absinthe. Man at arms reached meltdown, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, you can heal him up now. It doesn't matter if he melts down at the first phase. Now we guard the Hellion in order to get this ice fixate on him. And we'll heal him up. The Hellion can pass. And all 4 tokens are exactly where we want them to be. Now we just need the eyes to evolve. Doesn't matter what we do with the grave robber. Okay, now I want to use bolster to get 1 block token. Actually no, I want more block tokens. Yeah, let's use stand fast to get more block tokens, because this eye is gonna absorb 1 block token from us, and then the boss will spawn and attack, so it will hit the second block token. Let's pass again. Doesn't matter if we reach death's door really. I don't want to hit it, because if I do, it's gonna lower in on status, on evolve status, and I don't want that. I want it to be level 3 as it is right now. So we'll have a meltdown with Hellion. It doesn't matter much, because like I said, the big boss attacks only the people with tokens. It won't attack the Hellion. Well, I don't even need to heal her here. Let's pass. And here comes the big bad boss.
Obsessions on shrinking gauge.
It's gonna do a big attack on the mana terms now. I have a block token. It did only 8 damage because I had the big block token. Now all we have to do is boost his death blow resistance. In case he reaches death's door, he will have an 85% chance to absorb the hit and not die. Just in case he reaches death's door. He might not. What you also have to take into account is that the eye boss, with each hit that it does to you, it lowers the healing received by 25%. This means, and it has 2 actions per round, so this means that in only 2 turns your mana terms will be unhealable. You won't be able to heal him, so you have to pump the damage. In 2 turns you have to do as much damage to it as possible, and later if it manages to kill the mana terms, you have to have it low enough so that the rest of the team can kill it. Now let's use defender, doesn't matter on who, just to get those block tokens up. And now we start to pump the damage. Let's put this on the Hellion I suppose, the blood. Yeah, let's give it to the Hellion and attack. Oh, it resisted the blight, that's not good. We're gonna use the horn now and start hammering on it.
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
Let's heal the mana terms now that we can, because later on we won't be able to. There's another attack, 12 damage. Whenever the boss crits, it absorbs some of your tokens as well. This is something you have to live with. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot know when the boss will crit and when it won't crit. It's totally RNG. It has a block token. My attack won't do much, so let's use Adrenaline Rush here. And attack. I'm gonna reach death's door soon. No, let's do stand fast. Stand fast for those block tokens. Okay.
The enemy weakens
Nice.
and
Blight.
wins.
More blight. Okay. As you can see, it now hits us for only 8 damage. With the stand fast, it's really good. Oh, we also got resolute. Even if he got meltdown, it wouldn't matter. I can still heal him. He has the healing herbs. Although I'm seeing that he has minus 100% healing received now. What's his death blow resistance? 90. Okay. We can do damage because we have 2 block tokens and 2 crit tokens. So let's damage it with the man at arms. Let's buff Boudica again. Can I heal? Yes, I can still heal him. Let's use the item though. It's much better than using our direct heals because we can use the healing item on him and then do damage with Noxious Blast. And Helion will attack for 31 now. Very nice. It's almost dead, people. There's the crit. He's gonna absorb some tokens. Now he's probably gonna put the Man at Arms to Death's Door or close to it. We got a full blow here. And it's dead to dodge. It's already dead. We can kill it with a Man at Arms even now. So that's the third boss, people. It's a terrifying boss when you engage it for the first time or for the first couple of times, because it's really hard to figure this stuff out. I thought long and hard about how it was clear to me after a couple of attempts. It was clear to me that I needed to have those tokens on a single character, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know that I thought that the eyes were targeting people randomly, and then in one attempt it just happened that I understood that the eyes fixate on their respective position, like the first on the first one, the second on the second, and so on and so on. And when I figured that out, I had it. I killed it in the next attempt. I managed to kill it on my 7th attempt. So yeah, if you are discouraged by this boss, I hope that this helped you to kill it and proceed further on Darkest Dungeon 2. It's an excellent game. Apart from this boss, I even though I know the fight now, I believe that this fight requires some revisiting. It kind of behaves differently. This boss behaves differently than anything you have encountered or you will encounter in the game. And you have to think a little bit outside of the box in order to kill it and to understand it even. But once you do, as you can see, it's perfectly doable.
Obsession blinded you to your blessings and smothered you in a fever dream of dissatisfaction. The flame sears the skulking shadows from the darkened corners of the earth.
Okay, only 2 chapters are left now with the Stygian torch. I will see you on the next video.